Hello, my dear friends. Hello to everyone. Welcome to our live video. My name is Valentina Gutorova. I'm founder of Ukrainian.com. I'm a professional matchmaker since 2007. And today I invite you to watch this video. And I remind you about our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell to get notifications about our live videos and recent videos. And we are going today to discuss very interesting topic, why Ukrainian ladies are looking for a foreign man. So let's start. First of all, quite often in my articles, in my videos, I say that actually Ukraine is the country of brides. Unfortunately or fortunately, but situation is like that. In Ukraine, we have some foreigners, we have many foreign students, yes, from such countries like India, Lebanon, from different Asian and Arabian countries. Young guys and girls, of course, they come to Ukraine to study and to get their degree, and afterwards they go to their countries. And what is really important about what is not really important, but what is interesting in this topic, that usually foreign guys who come, young foreign guys, when they are 18, 20, 19, like basically kids, they get married in Ukraine and they find girlfriends, and after they go to another country and start their life over there, or they decide to stay in Ukraine and live in Ukraine. Why it happens? What are the reasons behind all the situations that girls from 18 and ladies in their late 50s are open for the relationship with the foreign man, and they are open to leave their country and to move, to another part of the world, that to create their new life over there. Of course, guys, I read all your comments in Facebook, on YouTube, and quite often I receive messages to my, messengers like WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever, about, such questions like, oh, I know, why are they all looking for foreign men? Because she wants a green card. Oh, because she wants to go to Germany. It's her dream. The life in Ukraine is so awful, it's so horrible, and so on and so on. I think that guys who've been to Ukraine and who have traveled to Ukraine, they will agree with me. When you come to Kyiv, to Kharkiv, to Odessa, to Lviv, to major Ukrainian cities, you will be impressed with the restaurants we have, with the prices at the hotel, with the lifestyle of some people, with the expensive and brand new cars which you will see on the streets, with how fashionable look our ladies, how they take care of their looks, also of their self-development, and so on and so on. When you come to Kyiv, or for example in Kharkiv, I live in Kharkiv, this is the second major city in Ukraine, or if you go to Odessa during summertime, believe me that some prices will be even higher than in Miami. Some restaurants, you will find such restaurants which will be even more luxuries than in United States or Canada. That our people, our ladies, they spend on shopping with a very small salary, even more than average American ladies, because it's very important in Ukraine to look good, and to look as good as possible. For some ladies, it becomes even obsession, because it's so hard to find a man, and they do their best, everything what they can, that to look as well as possible, that to approach and to attract a man in her life. Sometimes when I'm interviewing ladies, and you can imagine that in my database of my website and dating agency, I have more than 1,500 ladies, different ladies with different lifestyle, with different income, ladies who take metro and who drive brand new Mercedes and Porsche, different ladies. And believe me, the major reason why they want to date a foreign man, it's not about getting a green card. Then why they get married with the guys from India, why they get married with the guys from Arabian countries, and they go to to different places in this video. In any case, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. No, I just want to say that the main reasons why ladies come to me, and of course now I can speak only my professional experience, is because they want to find a good man. Unfortunately, the chances to find the right man in Ukraine for an normal Ukrainian lady, we would say a lady who is in her 30s, who has a child, who was divorced, who has a job or her own business, who is not a top model, but who looks really pretty, attractive, are really low in Ukraine. And today in this video, I want to discuss with you these reasons. I have prepared, I have prepared for me, I have prepared, 10 reasons for you, basic reasons, and each reason which I will mention in this video has the story behind. And, I would say more than 10 stories, more than 15, more than 20. Each lady which comes to me, and I start interviewing her, and of course I ask her about her past experience, about her past relationship, and unfortunately they are all the same. Sadly, sadly they are all the same. Or he was abusive, or he was addicted to alcohol or drugs, or he was not really honest with her and he was cheating, or he didn't want to work and improve their financial situation and he was taking advantage of her, and so many other different things. It's very pity, and of course not guys are like that, and I'm very happy when I look at younger generation and guys who are now 30 years old, even 35, and guys who are younger like 16, 17 and so on. I notice and I see that their mentality actually changed to a different mentality. But unfortunately, guys, Ukrainian guys, some of them and most of them who are in their 35 and older, they have these negative characteristics which make it really hard for Ukrainian lady to find the right man. So the first reason, of course, and this is one of the basic reasons, is that in Ukraine we have a really low respect to women. If, for example, someone will tell, even to me, I'm a Ukrainian lady, I was born and raised in Ukraine. And if someone, even I would say that this situation was in real life. A friend of mine called me and she told me, oh, can you imagine, a friend of mine was beaten by a guy. And I told, oh, very pity, but it's her fault. And it's in our mentality. It's not that I'm so bad, that I'm so abusive. No, I really love people, but it's just generated in our mind that if a guy does something bad to you, it's your fault. And guys, they feel power that they can do actually with women, whatever they want, and they will not get any punishment. For example, I have heard stories from my clients in the United States. If situation happens like this, the woman calls the police and police regulates all these things, and the government really takes care of a woman, and so on and so on. In Ukraine, it doesn't happen. If situation happens like this, for example, if the guy physically damaged a lady and lady goes to the police will react, but they will not do anything because it's not a big deal for Ukraine. Okay, yes, it was your fault because you decided to start a relationship with this man. What can we do? And and what is interesting is that ladies, they may forgive this really physically abusive behavior and this low respect to her, and they will apologize this man and continue relationship with him because they have fear. They have fear to be alone and to be single. That's why they are I even don't know how to find this word. That's why sometimes they are so. That's why for them it's so hard to stop this awful relationship because of your amazingly strong fear to be single and not to find the right man. Of course, brave ladies, sometimes they say, no, you can't behave like that with me, and then they find alternative ways how they can find a man. They come to a matchmaker, they join dating agencies, and they decide that they want to be with the man who will respect them, who will take care of her, and who will see in her not pretty body, but also a personality and equal partner. So the reason Number one is low respect to ladies in general. The reason number two, and it comes, of course, from the first one, is abusive behavior. You know, if I have heard the stories quite often and almost every day, 10 times a day, that, for example, guys are really controlling. They decide who she is allowed to communicate or not. He may, it's quite popular, it happens quite popular. He may say to his wife, okay, I do not allow you to communicate with your mother. I don't like your mom, so your mom is not invited to our house, and I don't want you to communicate with her. And ladies say yes, and they continue this relationship. Or the guy can say, I don't like your friends. I don't allow you to communicate with your friends. And it happens quite often in Ukraine, and ladies say yes. Or, for example, the guy husband may say to his wife, oh, who will need you? Look at you, you're 30 years old, nobody needs you. And the woman says, oh yes, I'm 30 years old, I'm so old, nobody will pay attention to me, so for me it's better and safer to be with my dear husband. And such relationship may take place, you know, in hundreds and even thousands of families. And women think that, oh, this is normal, this is life. Yes, he's not perfect, he's doing such bad things to me, but this is my husband. If I divorce with him, who will need me? Nobody. But some brave ladies, they say, no, I don't want that this guy behaves with me like this. I don't want this. And then, of course, they find alternative way. And this is a way to meet a man from a different country, because he doesn't want to have this experience again and again. Third reason, bad habits, alcohol and drugs. Unfortunately, I know that alcohol and drug addicted people, you can meet them everywhere in the world. And this is a huge tragedy. It's like, I don't know, really, it's so hurtful when you see a young man or a young woman who has such great potential, and he or she take drugs, you know, and they ruin their life. But okay, in Ukraine we have population about 40 million people. More than 50% are ladies, the rest are guys, and you can imagine that almost 15% of single guys in Ukraine are addicted to alcohol and drugs. You can imagine this huge number if you compare to our small population. Some women, they live with guys who take drugs. They spend money on their, I don't know, healing, whatever. They take them to doctors that they recover after their 1 month drinking period, and they live with it. But some women, they say, no, I don't want to live with this guy. I don't want that my child sees a drunk father every day. I don't want to have fights in my home. And of course, what they do, they get divorced. And this lady, she is afraid to have this experience again. And she finds alternative way how she can meet her man. A man from a different country who will have not the same mentality. Just different man with the different mentality who really takes care of his family, of his woman, of their future children, and who will treat her with respect. So this is the major reason. It's not because she's dreaming about green card or, I don't know, Canadian citizenship or I don't know, because she's so happy to live in Dubai, or she wants to move, I don't know, to India. No, because she wants to meet the right man. And she is open to leave everything in Ukraine, her job, her career, her family, everything. And just that to create a family, a proper partnership, where both will treat each other with love and respect and care and love. The reason number 4, unfortunately, again, I want to say that not guys are like that. I have deep respect to Ukrainian men. Of course, my father is a Ukrainian man. My grandfather is a Ukrainian man. Guys who are working for Ukrainian real brides, they are also Ukrainian guys, and they are really they really have positive mentality, positive attitude to their women, and so on and so on. But I speak about major problems in Ukraine, which make Ukrainian ladies to look for a man from a different country, for a foreign man. Another reason, and I just would say that this is the reason number 4, that some of Ukrainian guys are really lazy to change their lifestyle. For example, ladies in Ukraine are ambitious. I would say in some point they are really ambitious. They are interested in traveling. They are interested, in having better lifestyle, better job, better income, and they are ready to work for it. Ukrainian guys, some Ukrainian guys, they say, no, I get my salary, for example, $400 per month, and that's enough for me. Yes, I can travel, but I have normal lifestyle. I work on my job, I get my salary, I have something to eat, where to live, that's enough for me. And then when lady says, okay, for example, I want to have better income. I don't want to have $400 per month. I want to have $1,000, $2,000. And they start working. They start to do their business. They go and learn that to get new profession, and so on and so on. And they develop. And guys, some guys prefer not to change their lifestyle. They are happy with what they have. And ladies on some point realize, look, I do so many things. I have better job. I have such like ambitions, like traveling, like exploring the world, like having a dinner at the restaurants once in a month, or couple months, or twice in a month, and he doesn't want to do it. And then comes another problem. Guys start taking advantage of their ladies, and then ladies say, stop, I don't want this anymore, and they look for a man from a different country. Again, the main reason not green card, the main reason not, I don't know, citizenship of Great Britain or UK. No, the main reason is to find a good man. Some of these ladies, they sell everything what they have in Ukraine, and they move away to another country only to be with the right man. Another reason is cheating. Cheating is one of the most frequent reasons of divorces in Ukraine. Now we will talk about, I would say, more positive things. For example, a guy who has a good job, who has business, who has some success in Ukraine, and he has his wife, for example, with a child or with 2 kids. And he says, oh, my baby, I don't want you to work, I will take care of you. Or maybe she works, but actually they have normal lifestyle. And after some time, this woman, after 15, 10, 20 years of marriage, she realizes that he has a different family with 2 or 3 kids, and that he has a wife who is 15, another wife, not official wife, who is 15, 20 years younger than him. And the story I heard so many times that you even cannot imagine. Now, for example, such situation has a friend of mine who was married with her husband for 23 years. They have 2 children. And, 7 years ago, she has found out that he has a different family with a small child. And she's still married with him. They have not divorced. She just decided, it's okay, happens. And this guy, he has 2 families, official wife with 2 kids, and another woman with another child. And he thinks that this is normal because he's a real man. He is a great businessman. So he can do this. Some women can live with it. Others say, no, I don't want that. And they get divorced. And of course, it's normal for a woman to look for a partner. Most of the people, they are not happy when they're single. And then they find alternative ways how they can find a partner. And they come to international dating agency, to me, to other matchmakers. They share their story and they say, I don't want this happen to me again. I want a normal man. Do you think that her reason is to get a green card? I don't think so. And by the way, at the end of this video, I will share with you like a kind of tip how people who want, for example, to move to Canada, to United States, how they can do it. And for this reason, they don't need to get married, you know, and to have marriage and so on and so on. Another reason is that some of the guys in Ukraine, they take advantage of women. I think it was probably in 2019, a client of mine, very beautiful lady, accountant, she got married with the guy from Italy. Now they are living somewhere not far from Rome. And before she met Italian guy, she was living with the young Ukrainian man, her age man, for 3 years. And she was taking care of him financially because it was hard for him to find his job. So for 3 years, a young, beautiful, model looks woman, really very beautiful girl, she was taking care financially and psychologically and whatever of a guy, because first of all she was afraid to be single and to stop this relationship, and she was trying to give him support that he finds himself. Afterwards she told, no, I don't want this anymore, and they broke up, and she met the right man, and now they are living happily in Italy, and I think that they have even a child. They both work, they develop their families, they are happy. So this is again, you know, another reason. The seventh reason I would say is a high demand to ladies. Now we talk about the guys who have good job, who are hardworking. Who thank you guys for your comments, Rob. I saw your comment. I will read it a bit later and reply to you. So another reason, yes, is that high demands. For example, a guy who has good job, who is successful, who is healthy physically, who is not alcoholic, who is not a drug addicted person. He knows that he is a great man and that many ladies want him. And you know, his demands concerning other ladies are so high that actually it's even hard to find such person on a planet, not even in Ukraine. Now we are talking about a guy who just normal guy, but he wants to meet someone like Cindy Crawford. I would say, oh, I don't know, you know, like top beautiful ladies, yes, because he thinks that he is so great, he is so fantastic that nobody is really good enough for him. And from this, what comes? That he dates ladies, he meets ladies, and then he says, oh, you have this and that, this I don't like. And comes abusive behavior, low respect, because he understands that he has so positive and strong sides in his character that he can behave with women the way he wants, with the way he feels like. And this situation also happens quite often in Ukraine. Another reason that it's really hard for some men to express their care and to show their care to the ladies. It happened, you know, I think in Ukraine, in Russia, in our former post-Soviet Union countries, because we always had problems with men. And men, when they are boys, are raised in such a way as if he is like, you know, top priority in the family. For example, if it's a girl, we are taught from childhood to wash dishes, to clean apartment, to cook, to go to groceries, to study well, to do this and that, to do many things, yes, to take care of their younger brothers and sisters. And when it's a guy, oh my God, you know, when he comes from school, everything should be already on the table. He's so precious, he's so valuable, because there are so less men in Ukraine, and mothers, for them, their boys are like treasures, you know, real treasures. And afterwards, we have really selfish guys who take care of women like granted, like it's normal for them. His mom behaved like this, after his girlfriends behaved like that, and then when he's in his 40s, he thinks that whatever he does is really perfect, and he can take he can take love, care, and so many things just for granted, and he doesn't need to show his care, to give his help to his woman, you know, and so many other things. Some of them, they think that this is normal, that he just works, comes home, lays down on the sofa, watches TV, and his woman, when she comes from work, she cleans, she cooks, she does so many other things. Many families live like this, and this is normal. Yes, in Ukraine, it's not really common to share duties, like duties at home, like you clean and I cook, or for example, you go for groceries and I don't know, and I will do laundry. No, in Ukraine, it's not normal to share duties. In Ukraine, everything is laying down on women's shoulders. And then of course, some ladies get tired and they say, oh, look, no, I don't want this. I'm not a slave. I'm not your servant. I just want to have, a normal life with a good man who will take care of me. I will take care of him. And like everything will be, in harmony. And not that someone works really hard and another person just takes advantage. Another reason is that some of the guys are really not mature. For example, you can meet a man who's in his late 40s and he will be living with his mom. It will be still hard for him to take his decision, to start dating, and to find the right woman, because he doesn't feel that he is strong enough, that he is adult enough to take the decisions, and because it's just hard to take for him a decision. And of course, it's like family problem, and I understand that nowadays it's not only Ukrainian or Russian problems. This happens like internationally. Unfortunately, in my work, I meet quite often guys who are in their 50s, and their family might tell to him who is the right woman for him and who is not the right woman for him. And such things happen. And this is very sad, because actually we are all adult people, and it's really important to have inside yourself a strength to make decision and to carry responsibility for the decisions you have made, even if they are really great or even if they were not really successful for you. And nowadays, I meet more and more people internationally, both ladies and gentlemen, who, in spite of their age, who don't have this matureness inside themselves. So, and in Ukraine, this problem happens quite often as well. And the 10th reason, yes, why Ukrainian ladies are looking for guy from a different country is because Ukrainian guys are spoiled by women. We have so many ladies who are really brilliant. Of course, I understand that some of you had probably wrong experience, but it happens, and it's really hard for me to judge your story or to because no, I can't say, that everybody is so perfect. No, of course not. Everybody has some strong and weak sides. But also, it's very important to be careful about a woman. It's really important to be careful when you are communicating with someone. Before you dive completely into the relationship, you need to investigate, this space where you are going to dive into. You need to meet her family. You need to understand her lifestyle, the way she looks, the way she works, the way she communicates with her kids, so many different things, the same as a woman has to do before she makes her decisions to be in relationship with her. It's really not a good idea to jump into relationship, to say, okay, I met you first time, let's get married, and after, after really feeling sad because you had bad experience or something like that. There are actually many stories, many situations. It's hard to talk about all this in one video. But it's really important, to be attentive, to be careful, to communicate with the person, to check, to see how she lives, where she lives, what is her lifestyle, what is her ideas about the future, what was the reason of her divorce or broke up in her previous relationship, so many things. If you are interested, I can make a video about it in the future. But now we have a different topic. So guys, in general, I have shared with you main reasons, and if you watch our interviews with the girls, you will realize that probably the reasons which they will mention are not really different from what I have mentioned in this video. And Thank you for watching this video. I hope that I will read from you comments and your questions. I really appreciate them. Some of the comments are very interesting, but anyway, they mean each comment really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching this video, this live video. I recommend you to join our YouTube channel and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I'm open for communication with you, for interesting discussions, for answering your questions. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day and rest of the week. Yours, Valentina. Bye-bye.